as I've already tried to muck about. I've got absolutely no pennies left. I've got no credits whatsoever. I'm absolutely Boracic lint. So I'm trying to scrape together a few beans just so I can make a punt on some beryl or invest in some aluminium or some such nonsense. We might even go a bit nuts and get some booze and take it to Grimhex, but we'll see. I'd just like to say very quickly, welcome to the stream. We're just going to get straight down to it and see what we can find. I've managed to get my shit back after some shenanigans. Here we are, welcome to Star Citizen 3.0, this is the PU. You join me now as I'm about to climb into the back, hopefully into the back of this ship. I'll be most upset if I can't actually get in. No, we're fine. The door opens silently when you're on the outside, but when you're on the inside, the door closes noisily. Being trapped inside is a noisy affair, but entering into the trap, that happens silently, without your knowledge, as we all know. Now, do we like the new brassy finish? Not sure. Like the new yellow cast of these lights? I preferred it when it's a bit blue in here. But anyway, let's not get too hung up on the decor. Let's just press forward, as they say, and try to be positive about the outcome of the day. So what we're going to do, we've already logged in a little mission here. We're going to try and look for a missing person. Last time I went on a missing person mission, it was all right. It was okay. We arrived. People were T-posed in position from a distance, and when we got up close, they lay down dead on the floor. So that was interesting. There was lots of cargo lying around, and that was quite, would have been rewarding if I could have picked up the cargo and got it into the back of my freelancer. I couldn't do that for some kind of bug. Wouldn't let me put the cargo down. So we're back here again. I've just managed to get the ship back, and we're off on a mission. What we'll do is we'll try to find where we need to be. I think the site, the crash site that we've got to get to is here. Some new little, okay, I'm not sure what that meant. There's some new little noises in the game here, which I don't quite understand. But anyway, let's get the undercarriage ready. Let's actually hop into the map. This is where we want to go. We've set the destination already. To avoid shenanigans, let's quantum, everyone. Hey, what are we doing tonight? I know. Ooh. This looks a little bit shaky, doesn't it, people? What's going on? Have I been interdicted? I have. Right. Okay. That's not nice. Right, it looks like you're going to witness some awful dogfighting now, so that'll just be what's happening. I don't know if it's possible for me to target anybody. If it's not, then I think we'll be in trouble. What I'll try and do is interdict myself out of trouble by quantum interdicting, counter-interdicting their interdiction. I interdict you. I counter-interdict you. Well, there we go. That was the first instance of interdiction that I've come across. Now, the only reason I don't stick around and have a little Barney is because I can't target. No matter what I do, what settings I adjust, what buttons I set up, I cannot target anyone. Right, here we go. I'm being interdicted again, which is most upsetting. Two of these bozos. Let's see them. All right, I'll try and target you. I can't target you. Maybe if I was a bit nearer. I'm not getting any readouts on these ships at all. What I need is a way of targeting you. Hostile targets, pin, all of the settings that are set up to do this are not working. So, I don't know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm in deep doo-doos because I can't actually lock on to anyone. You know, I'm not the best pilot in the world, it has to be said. But, you know, I'm at a distinct disadvantage when I can't actually. I don't understand why I'm being attacked by a constellation. That seems a little bit unfair. I can't target you, so I can't really engage in this fight. What I'm going to try and do is counter-interdict. again, because I don't want to get blown up. I really, really don't. I suspect this is part of the mission. We'll see if there's any. Feels like I'm alright so far. As soon as we get the jittery judders, we know we're being interdicted, and then we minty counter-interdict. Oh, I counter-interdict you. Oh, I interdict your countering. I have encountered your interdiction, and I've countered your interdiction with a counter-interdiction. Thank you very much. You're a prat. Alright, so this is trouble now, isn't it? So there's the site. Now we've got 4 pirates to deal with, which I can't. If I can't target, there's not a lot I can do. The only thing I can do is that derelict site moving. Coming in quite close. I tell you what I can do is what I used to do in the old "can you head on back and whip us up a cup of something hot" days. Is I would come in close. And just hop out the ship and hope for the best. Let's just try this. Now I don't know if this is going to save me. If the rules of AI have changed, then we could be in all sorts of doo-doo. But we'll just see, shall we? We'll just give it a try. How do I open the door now? Is it just like this? Can I even open the door now? Oh, saints preserve us. Right, okay, we're back in the game here with the usual troubles. Now, in old 2.6, when you stepped out the back of this, it would turn into a washing machine. Let's see what happens. Is it going to spin uncontrollably? No! That is really, really good news. Alright, so let's just see if we can find the wreck and get some information about the death of this poor guy. Look at that, they put great big holes in my ship. Oh, terrible behaviour. Now if it wasn't for the targeting issue, I don't know, I would have engaged those guys, but there's not really a lot I can do. If you can't target somebody, there's nothing you can do. This looks like a body to me. T-posed from a distance, and we'll see. If there's a little bits of cargo to grab, that might also be something that would be worth looking at. Let's get a little bit of a shift on here, shall we? Hey Jenny, why don't you head on back and whip us up a cup of something hot? Now that better not have been my ship. No, I don't think that was my ship. I do fancy a little bit of cargo though. Yes, I am desperate for money at the moment, and so, unchivalrous though it is, I will attempt to pick up this box. And I have it now, and I will return to my ship as fast as my little EVA legs will carry me. The old Eva legs, the old EVA, Eva Braun legs. She's got lovely brawny legs, that Eva Braun. Let's see if we can get ourselves into the back here, nice and tidy. Look at that, like a swan gliding across a pond in the middle of summer. Let's see if we can get into this physics grid without too much grief. Oh, it's never been easy getting into a... Oh, I've dropped the box just where I wanted it, so that's alright then. That's absolutely fine. That's exactly what I intended to do. Now what I should do is just take this fellow a little bit further into the ship so it's not so available. Consumer goods, well, I wonder what it's going to be. God, it's like Christmas, isn't it? Let's put him in here. And the only way I've found to do this in a hurry is to just pull the pistol and do it that way. And hopefully the box is there. Alright, that's good. Now the only problem with this caper Let's get moving, come on. Now what was the mission? To locate a dead body? Now I feel bad, I feel terrible that I haven't joined in the fight. I really do, but you know, what can we do? Now I am not sure what's the verification status of these missions. Are you supposed to? Hey, how was your Christmas? Beck Bristow, very, very good evening to you, sir. I don't know what time it is where you are, but my Christmas was absolutely fine. I didn't do a lot, I have to say. It was quite sedate, but then that's what we fancied. We fancied the sedentary life. How, my dear fellow, was your Christmas? Let's see if I can retrieve this bugger as well now. Look at this. Here we are. Here we are. What's this? This is a black box flight recorder, so this might be useful to the mission. I don't know. I've actually got that now. Let's just have a quick look, shall we? Oh, no, I don't seem to have it. What a shame. It's a bit odd. Never mind, there's some cargo over there which I might get hold of. Let's give that a go, shall we? Looks like it might be the lowest of the low. Oh no, minerals. Minerals for dinerals. Crystalline minerals. Oh, could it be the diamonds themselves? Probably not. Okay. There's a cutlass looking rather mean. I didn't get that either. Where's that gone now? Is it only that you only get one piece of cargo? 11:30 AM and my Christmas was good, thank you. Hope your New Year's goes well. Well, yeah, me too, mate. It could be an interesting year. It's been a hell of a year this year, I'll tell you that. There's an unfortunate T-posed chump. Abandoned to the vacuum. Is this the fellow that we're seeking? Is this the guy that we're after? Don't know what we're supposed to do in these missions. He doesn't look well, does he? He really doesn't look well. Okay, well, there's not a lot we can do for you, son, except to say thank you and good night. Let's see if we can grab a bit more cargo. I don't know if you're only allowed to grab one piece per mission. Is that how it is, Beck? I don't know if I can ask you this question. Is it that on these missions are you only allowed to grab sort of one piece of cargo as your little reward for doing it? Is that how it is? Is it possible to grab more than one? Look at this dead body floating in the inky blackness, in a cloud of his own effluence. He's embarrassed to say he suffered from a severe case of flatulence that blew a hole in the hull, and his friends were waiting for him to emerge from the restroom. I apologise, my friends. I'm glad I could be part of your story too. Let's have a look through here. Ah, now there's a piece of cargo. Oh, a piece of candy. Oh, a piece of candy. There he is, there he is, there he is. Pick up, pick up. Yeah, I got that one now. Okay, so it looks like you can have a couple of pieces. I'm not quite sure what happened to the other bits and bobs that I had. Let's see, head off to the freelancer. Mind your nut. There we are. Let's get a bit of speed on. I hope your New Year's goes well. Well, it might be that Beck only stopped by to say Happy Christmas and Happy New Year, and I appreciate that very much. I really do. It's nice to say these things to your buddies. I appreciate you dropping by, mate, very much. I hope your New Year goes very well also. I hope it brings you all the UEC that you require to buy the ships that you wish. Now, why is that door open? Now, is this going to be hell? No? Have I dropped that box now? No, I've still got it. Let's just come through here. There should already be one box there. Pull the pistol and drop it down. Now that should close that door. Yes, it does. Okay. let's head on back. Alright, here we go. I'm curious, how much AUEC have you accumulated in this 3-point life? Well, you can be curious, my friend, and I will demonstrate to you how much UEC I have got. There's my balance. My current balance is 0. I made some very bad investments on Beryl. I thought I'd found the mother lode, you know, shipping Beryl from Levski to Olisar. I thought was going to be my you know, moderate money spinner. As it turned out, my friend, it didn't come that way at all. Just various bugs and various unretrievable ships meant that I did a test run a couple of times. I made a little bit of cash on the Beryl. Thought, okay, I'll go for the big one. Got myself out a Cutlass, filled it up with Beryl at Levski, and then because my Cutlass was spawned at hangar number 4, the lift to hangar number 4 wouldn't go down, so I couldn't retrieve the ship. I tried everything. I tried suicide. I tried the whole lot. Could not get the ship back, so eventually I had to log out the game. When I logged back in, my cargo was completely gone with all my money with it. So I blame the bugs. I'll stick around for a little, just catching up with you on how things are going. Yeah, look, don't feel obliged to stick around, mate. I don't mind if you've got better things to do. That's not a problem for me. But I'm in answer to your question, I've got absolutely 0 pennies. This is why I'm doing these very small scale missions. I'm having trouble with dogfighting because I can't seem to target anyone. I'm having trouble with spawning ships at different locations, Levski, etc, etc. So every time that I've managed to locate what might be a sort of profitable trade route, I end up being scuppered by the bugs, so to speak. So I end up, you know, I've had a couple of little brainwaves about how it might be good to make money in the game, and I've tried them out. Usually off stream I've tried them out, and they've been reasonably successful, and that's encouraged me to invest a larger pot in the endeavour. And subsequently, as soon as I turn on the stream, like press record or I press stream, everything goes to absolute pot. This is about as most successful I've been so far. I'm just gonna rotate myself around here a little bit, but yeah, that's about as successful as I've been. What do you mean by success? Well, I'll tell you what I mean by success. I mean making even a few credits, just a few. Now you'd think I'd be able to go out that window, wouldn't you? But I can't, and that's fine with me. I'm not complaining. I'm just merely going to back up and turn myself around and then go out the way I came, which is often what I tend to do in this game, is I end up going out the way I came in. These poor fellows didn't have so much luck. Hey Jenny, why don't you head on back and whip us up a cup of something sad? Oh right, what's this? Somebody's shooting at me. No. Right, as far as I can tell, I've grabbed little bits and bobs, free floating stuff here. There's another crate there, maybe? Is that another crate that I could grab hold of? Oh, I saw a board game where you can buy cargo on one Stratton Ollie and float over to the other Stratton. So yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Quick hack to get some UEC without actually transporting. It kind of defeats the purpose, though. But if you're in a bind, no. Look, you know, in a way, I like. Oh, it's just a widget. I don't need one of those. I've got plenty of those at home. Basically, I don't mind it actually. I've always enjoyed the idea of a game where you've got to start at 0. And that's what I've ended up doing. So I like the challenge. So we'll build up our credits slowly. I don't really see the point in becoming rich overnight. The game's going to get wiped anyway at some point. As long as I can get enough money together to have some decent armour and some decent weapons, I'm quite happy. Let's see if we can get in here now. Like the plum falling down the hole. Right, now if I aim up slightly this time, we might not have such a crash coming into the... Oh, it's every time. What is it about the Freelancer, the physics grid? What is it? Like, I used to be able to land like a ballerina in the back hole there, but it's not happening these days. I don't know. Okay, never mind. That's how it is. Let's close the door and let's get out of here. I think... Now... Better to earn UEC the right way. You're absolutely right, and I think that's part of the challenge of the game, isn't it? Now look, I've got 2 crates here. They're not locked down to the pads. I've not really been able to figure out how to do that yet. I haven't been so successful in placing things on the cargo grid, so to speak. Do you have any advice for me about how to do that? Because that would be something I would really appreciate. I'm going to try this now. Never tried this before. It never seems to work for me. Do I have to press the right? Do I have to right click? No, a left click surely. It's just very temperamental and slightly annoying. Come on, baby. See, this kind of bug, I think, I don't know about you, Beck, and I'm not complaining because I appreciate the game, but I don't know about you. It's these kind of bugs that they need to address first, because this is what makes it an enjoyable experience. Now there it is. If I place that there, now that's locked now to the grid, I would imagine, and that means that it will register as cargo in my hold when I get to a location, which means I can sell it. Come on. Help me out here. It's this kind of stuff, and I understand that grabby hands is a reasonably new mechanic, but it's this kind of stuff that makes the game immersive or not, as the case may be. Right, obviously the hack only works if you have some UEC to begin with. I agree, it's more challenging to actually try and play the game even to state it's currently in. Yes, it's true. I unfortunately haven't played too much of 3.0 PTU or Live to give advice other than what I've seen others do. I do plan to play more in the future, yeah, for sure. We're all too busy, aren't we, mate? Living real life to worry about all this stuff. I mean, it's kind of silly to get hung up on a game too much, I think, when this real life is already much of a game. I'm trying to do this at the moment. I mean, I've got 2 other jobs that are regular jobs, so I'm quite busy, and I've got a family too. So I mean, I'm busy. But this is more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. No, I enjoy the streaming. I've enjoyed it recently. It's a kind of a bit of a letting off steam and being daft and just mucking about, and it's a joy really. And I'm very lucky in the sense my partner doesn't mind me disappearing upstairs for an hour to mess about on the internet. It's fine. So I'm just taking it easy. You know, I'm going to stream every day as much as I can. I can fit it in the evenings usually. Doesn't take too much time out of my day. But I really don't know about this placing business. I'd like to be able to sell this now and make a legitimate dollar, you know what I mean? Busy fella. I'm learning a lot by watching you figure things out though. Thanks for the stream. It's alright, mate. I've made quite a few mistakes as we go. Oh, you should have seen me today. I had a bit of a go earlier on because I'm still sort of on a Christmas break, and I really struggled to get anywhere. I mean, I don't swear when I'm on stream, but the air was blue around the interface. I tell you that. I could not get any joy out of it. All right, I've had enough of this now. I'm just going to throw that box down there, and we'll see if it ends up being detritus and spewed out into the vacuum or not. Spewed, is that a word? I don't think so. It's thrown or spewed, not spewed. There's no such thing. Right, okay, let's get in here and let's get out of here before the piratical individuals. Now, I don't know what's the best approach here, whether to just go straight to Levski and get the hell out of Dodge. Now the interdiction thing is something. No swearing, my little brother is watching. Yeah, absolutely right, mate. I don't swear on stream, although I used an expletive Not a very bad one, more of an English type expletive. I used one the other day. But there's no need for it. There's no need for bad language. I don't know, it's funny, you know, I watch some of these streamers. Like, the amount of expletives they use, they're so derogatory about the game they're playing. They effing and jeffing all over the place. It's incredible. I mean, they're quite young usually, those kind of guys. Younger than me anyway, which isn't difficult. Right, let's see. I think I've left the trouble far behind me. 62 kilometres away from that. I don't think I'm going to get any bother. Let's see what happens if I can get down to Levski here. I will. Now, the only thing about Levski that I never can tell is if... Let's just jump in here and see if we can have a look at the old planet. Oh, actually, let's look at the missions. See if I've actually completed that mission. I don't even know if I've completed that mission. Payment 74. Recently, a freelancer ran it. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I tried to pick up the black box flight recorder. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it now that I've got it. But all I can do is, you know, all I can do is what I'm doing. So now, is that 930? That's the other thing that I'm a bit bummed out about, is that I can't zoom in anymore unless there's something here that I could do. Set destination, go to my location, map scale, radar scale. Don't know. Can we look at that a little bit closer in? I can zoom in like this maybe. Right, Levski's 83, but I've got a feeling it's not on this side. My little brother thing is Dan meme. Yeah, no, I've seen him do that actually, mate. I'm aware of that one. Yeah, my little brother's watching. Yeah, I've seen him do that. I don't really watch his stuff that much actually. I used to really enjoy the Star Citizen stuff. That was one of the reasons I got into it, was watching his stream. I was already into the game, but it was nice. I enjoyed his and Board Gamers streams the most, just because it's all a bit of fun, and they don't take it too seriously. I think that's important. Well now. I don't know if I've got this right. I tell you, there's one way that I figured out that you can find out if you're on the right track. Believe I'm on the right track, baby. It's a little bit bright at the moment. If we just... No, we can't do that right now. Look, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to swing the business over here. The reticule shall be placed where it is darkest, and so those that wish to see what is revealed shall be revealed. Right, there I am, and as far as I can tell, Levski is just there, so we are on for it as it goes. If I'm reading that right, Levski is just here, so I think we are on the right track, baby. I cannot see that they really need to improve the HUD on these ships, because it's impossible. I can't see. I mean, I've got glasses on. My eyesight's not too bad, but I've got glasses on and I cannot see any of the readout. Like, look at that text against that white background of a sort of striated rock face. It's impossible to read it. I agree, I like his SE stuff the most, but I catch up other stuff from time to time. Yes, for sure. It's entertaining, isn't it? I haven't actually seen it for the past week or so, but it is good. I'm glad he got back into Star Citizen. He's, you know, he's very good at it. Right. What? This could be the right one. I'm never sure with this system. You know, there's so many times I've flown towards a location. Oh no, I'm on the right track here. Absolutely. This is it. Oh, this bloody thing gets on my nerves. really does get on my nerves, this thing. Thank you. Let's just see if we can get ourselves around this way a little bit. Swing it over this way and see what we can achieve. Not too bad, not too bad. Now let's give it a little bit of welly. We'll see if we can park ourselves right down the hole. I fell down that hole once, you know. It was one of the most scary moments of my life, man. I fell right down the hole at Levski. Wasn't heard from for a week. I lost myself in that hole, man. It's dark in there. A man can really find himself, you know what I mean? I did. I stepped into the lift shaft. I sort of clipped through the lift door, and I ended up stepping into the lift shaft somehow, and I just fell. I'm not joking, for like 5 minutes. My character was just spinning in the blackness of falling down that hole. It was ridiculous. Right, let's see if we can get in a little bit closer. And we'll try and find out which one of these holes we're going to end up in. Let's just do a little top-down business. It might be the most useful way to do it, I think. I'm not sure. Let's do that. And let's hail this guy.
Well, here we go. One hangar all ready to go.
Okay, which one's that then, mate? There we go, right on the button. Look at that. No, there's a giant stalactite here somewhere, as I recall. But maybe not just here. Now the other thing that I remembered about this was, unless you do that, you don't get the old widget. There it is. Here we go. Come to Papa. Right, okay. Let's just go straight in. Let's get the old nose up. Let's have a look at her now. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. Get the nose up, and then we should be able to just plonk it down the hole. Is that all good? I don't know what the back's looking like, but I'm guessing that that's alright. In fact, let's try this. I haven't tried that for a while, the old automatic landing. Sweet. I tried to complete the trash mission with an Aurora before I knew that you can't use an Aurora for that mission. I did exactly the same thing. If you watch that stream, it's on the YouTube channel. You watch me trying to put those trash things.
Good. Welcome.
Hey, no problem, mate. Let's just turn off the ship. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but if you watched the stream of me trying to get those trash containers into the Aurora, I did it in the end. I managed to throw them from where I was standing. I managed to place them at the top of the step, and then the orifice door, the circular door, closes, and the 2 trash bags are hanging out through the glass, and I managed to fly it to Levski, but then I couldn't pick them up. So I managed to get them all the way there, but to no avail. Right, I'm going to see now if I can sell this minuscule bit of cargo that I've got. That one's locked down, the other one's floating. Oh, the other one's gone! Oh, what a... Oh, man! This game, it's not fair. It's just not fair. Never mind, there are many things in life that are not fair, and that isn't really one of them. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's try and close the door before we get back in. Yes. Now, hopefully, at least I'll be able to sell one little piece of cargo. What's in your cargo, Margot? Let's find out, shall we? And no, I'm not using dual joysticks. I've just got I've got a cheap joystick actually. It's not very good. It's like a Thrustmaster something or other. But yeah, it does me all right. I mean, the stuff I've got here is terrible. The mouse is all right, but the rest of it is just a load of old rubbish. The keyboard's terrible. Right, let's go to customs. That guy better not be doing what I think he's doing. Oh, don't take my ship, man. Nice, I had to abandon the mission at the time. I'm just going to go back down and make sure that guy is not going to take my ship. Is what I'm going to do. Is he coming down now? Am I going down to him, maybe? It's quite possible. Yeah? We're going to see you looking sheepish, are we, mate? Yeah, that's right. What's the matter? You couldn't steal my ship. Is that what you're upset about? Go on then. Press the button then. Yeah, that's right. I salute you. Fell down the wrong hole, didn't you, mate? Nobody salutes me, Beck. I don't know what's going on. Thrustmaster T1600. Good budget stick. Yes, that's the one I've got. That is the one I've got. It's alright, yeah, it's not too bad. Come on, let me out. Oh, don't do this to me. Every time this happens to me in this lift. Customs. Just let me out. See the frame rates, look at that, drop down to 12. I had 45 frames earlier on. But yes, that's my take on it. The missions, any missions where you're dealing with cargo or boxes or picking things up, or where you go somewhere where there might be cargo lying around, there is absolutely no point taking anything with a ladder, because it's impossible to get it in your ship. Even though, you know, the ships that have got those ladders, you can place cargo in from a terminal, but you can't do it physically. Well, I say physically, you know what I mean, virtually. Right, let's go through customs and see if we can sell my one item of cargo and get myself a very few amount of beans. Look, there's the statue that makes everyone feel so cheerful when they arrive at Levski. I tried to take potatoes to Levski recently, but I wouldn't let me do it. Never take French fries to Levski, they don't like it. Health food or nothing. Right, come on then. Right, let's see if we can sell something here. Please, I just want to be recognised by the terminal. Freelancer. No, it doesn't recognise that I've got cargo in there. Stims. Oh, okay, it does recognise. Amount to sell. Okay, fine. So now I've got 29 UAC. Well, I wish I'd picked up more of that stuff. Well, I did pick up more of it, didn't it? But I didn't manage to lock it down to the thing. Alright, so I've just made myself 29 credits. So I'm back in the game. Let's see if we can find another mission. I wonder if I should take something then. Let's check the price of beryl, because that I might be able to make a little bit of money on that. I know this is really silly dealing in like a profit of 5 credits. Let's just see what there is though. Buy. Select a location. Freelancer. I've got 29 credits. Beryl is 7 again, so I reckon that will make me a profit. So I'm going to buy 15, 22. I'm going to purchase beryl at 22, 3 units. This is ridiculous, isn't it, Beck? Look at me. It's ridiculous. How do you keep on the salute or something? Yes, basically I went through, I think in the settings there's a section, I think it's in the on foot section, and you go to emotes and a whole list of them are there, salute, chat and all that, and I meant to bind some more, but I know my memory's terrible, so I knew I wouldn't be able to remember. I've got another one down here for laughing my head off, but I can't remember what it is. No, I literally can't remember what it is. It might be this. Let me try. No, it's not that. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. But that's how I did it. I just went into the settings. If you go to the advanced settings, I think it's in on foot advanced, and then you just scroll down the list. It should say emotes somewhere. I've forgotten which hangar we came out of now. Never mind, it'll tell me on here, won't it? Hopefully. Freelancer, 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 Levski. Why can't I retrieve that now? Why do I have to claim that back now? What is the deal with this? I could take the cutlass instead. I would rather do that actually.
All of our landing areas are currently full. Please hold for assignment.
Nope. Okay, can't get that out.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Oh, hello, hello, hello. Why don't you just say that in the first place, man? Traffic control is very, very odd in this game. Hangar 2. Alright, hangar 2, hangar 2, hangar 2, hangar 2. Hangar 1, hangar 2. Right. I'm going to try and do another little mission then and sort of get some cargo. I think that fiddling around with the cargo is a real drag, I must say. Like, if the missions were... If that cargo storage thing... Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. To hangar 2. If the picking up of cargo... Ah, right. I see. I see what you're saying now. That's odd. Oh, I know why that is. Yes, I know why that is. Just give me a sec. 1 second. All good. Back in the game. I know what it is. Do you know when I said to you that I didn't know which button it was? That I'd set up the laugh your head off emote. And I pressed what I thought was the laugh your head off emote, and it wasn't. That button is bound to switch my OBS back to the starting screen. I thought I had a start then. I thought I'd done the whole stream like that. Thanks for the heads up, mate. I really appreciate that. I'm still, you know, I'm still learning my way. I'm not a slick streamer by any stretch of the imagination, as you've probably noticed by the way I open doors. But I do try. And I've got some buttons set up on here to switch between screens on the OBS for the stream, just to make it a bit easier for myself. But you can see, in making it easier for myself, things often get more difficult, don't they? There's nothing more difficult than a man who tries to make it easy for himself. Alright, let's get out of here. I think, did I buy something? I bought it and put it in the wrong ship, didn't I? I'm such a dunce. Oh, man alive. What a plum. Alright, so I've got even less money now, but never mind. Didn't stop me before, did it? Let's just get in and see if we can find ourselves a mission. Power up. Let's see if we can get out of here without too much bother. Free look. Let's see if we can just line her up. And then do this and come over slightly and just come forward ever so slightly, and then we should be able to come straight up and out. Come on, baby. Yes. Very sweet. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's head off into the wild blue yonder, shall we?
Be good.
Yeah. If I can't be good, be careful. Bye-bye, Levski. You made me absolutely zero cash. It's good now, it's all good, you're doing fine. Oh, thank you, mate, I appreciate it, I really do. Right then, la 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 la. Now that is still showing derelict site, so that mission is still logged as something that I haven't completed. So I don't know why that is. I'm going to try and... there was one really cool mission on here that I sort of was good, and it wasn't the personal, it wasn't the mercenary. Maybe it was personal actually. Mercenary, array, hack job, property reclamation. PI wanted. Collection and disposal, waste. Let's just try that, shall we? Let's accept that. And where is it exactly? Missing person. No, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to abandon that mission. And we're going to look at the waste disposal. Request has been placed by Deacon's Research Outpost. Alright, you may be expected to dispose of the waste. I don't know where that would be. Oh. You know, you forget when you switch between a freelancer and a cutlass how jumpy the cutlass is. Like the controls on it are so different. That's when this joystick is really not very good. So that's 803. Alright, okay. Let's just have a look at the map then, shall we? Where is the collection site? Where is it? Collection site. It can't be on Crusader, can it? So where is it then? Oh, it's on Port Olisar, is it? Alright, well, what can we do except go there? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, this. Right, okay. Let's just get... Oh, I'll tell you what. Now we can get some speed up. Let's see where we can get to then. Oh, I'm up to 2,000 likes. Not likes, views. It's a milestone for me, mate. You see some streamers, they got into the millions, you know. It's amazing, man. So I'm heading towards Crusader. That's all I want to do, is just get towards Crusader. Goodbye, Yella. Goodbye, goodbye. Right, let's just quickly do this one, and then we'll have to call it a night. Should be by Yella Grimhex. Oh, okay. Yes, I see what you mean. Because you can't look at the map in too much detail until you get there, can you? Yeah, I think you're right. There we go. Yes, you're right. Yes, okay, that's good. Let's go there then. Set as destination. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It's good. If it wasn't for you, mate, I'd be absolutely lost. And as for the handling of this cutlass, anyway, whatever. Let's just go there. Who knows, by the end of this stream I might even have 30 credits to my name. Please don't interdict me, I really can do without it. Christmas at Debenhams, anyone? Oh, nice, the top-down approach. Do a quick screenshot of that fella. Only up to, what, I've got 17 frames? Not that great, is it? 17 frames a second. What a dreadful state of affairs. Alright.
Quantum drive is now off.
Now where is my collection site? Is there by the Deacon's? What the Deacon's Research Outpost is going on here? Let's just inch it over there and then we can crack on. There we go, look. nosing our way through the floating stones, navigating the asteroids, navigating the hemorrhoids as they fly past us at high velocity. That's the mission I tried with the Aurora. Ah, okay. Yes, it could be, couldn't it? The Deakins one, yeah. What, the Deakins? Well, I hope we get there sometime today, because by the look of it, let me just do this now. Look. That looks to me like 66599. I think I'm on the wrong side of the planet here. It can't be there, can it? That's not possible. That is just not possible. Let's try this oscillating mollusk over here. Let's just go. Look at that, looks like somebody's wiped the windscreen. Chris goes round all the hangars at night and he wipes down all the windscreens of all the ships. Something that he does. He's a great guy. He just just go in and wipe down your ship. Right, Deakins, are you any near? And what the Deakins is going on? That's the question. What does that look like? 484? I just don't think that's going to get us anywhere. I'm gonna go to that one. And then I think we should swing the nose around here, and then we should be. Come on. Okay, great. Let me just. I'm not further away now. I'm a bit nearer now, so that might do it. I don't really get this traversal business, but let's try one more. That should do it, shouldn't it? Yeah, the other side of the horizon. Yeah, okay. Good, I'm glad you spotted that as well. I do get confused with this system. I think they need a better system for this, don't they? Like something where you can actually... Now I'm at 400. Oh, Lord above. Get some of my wick. Never mind, I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to carry on regardless. Carry on regardless, carry on regardless. The sails went up and the rain came down. Water went up to my knees and I felt all sad inside. And Father gave me that look. You know, he gives you after bedtime, but before tea. And we all watched Mother sail off into the distance, and Father said we won't be seeing her again. Not any time soon. And I wondered when soon was, if it was after tea or before bed. And we all had jam sandwiches and nobody spoke of it ever again. Right, let's just do a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and we'll see if we can actually get there. Right, I won't be 1 second. I've just got to check with the... can you quantum without the map up? Can you quantum without the map up? I'm not sure if you can actually. I think you've got to be locked onto a diamond shaped widget, because every time you lock onto something in the map, what you'll then be presented with in your vista, your view from out of the cockpit, is a series of is a diamond that you've actually initiated to appear in your HUD by clicking on it in the map. So you press F2 to go into the map, and anything you click on and say set that as my destination, that will only be visible once you've done that setting of it as your destination in the map. It will only be visible through your cockpit once you've done that. That's what I'm trying to say. So that you see that diamond that's sort of floating off to the right there. Those like traversal points are visible once you're close enough to a planet. I think maybe you even have to click on the planet in the map in order to make them visible. But they're the only kind of nav beacons that you can traverse to using quantum. Anything else that you want to go to in quantum, it's not like the old 2.6 where you just point and shoot. In this in 3.0 you have to have a beacon to lock onto and get to, and I'm not sure why that is. I guess it gives them more control over where you can go, what you can do, how fast you can get there, etc., etc. But I mean, to be honest, I don't know. How did you quantum around the planet just now? Okay. Yes, I believe so, because I had the same problem. I couldn't get they don't show up if you're too close to the planet, I know that. But once you're a certain distance away from the planet, and you click on the planet in the map, then they should show up. And then you can just point and shoot at those things, and they kind of traverse you around the planet. And I don't really understand it doesn't feel very intuitive, the way that it's laid out, in the sense that a quantum point gives you a distance, but it's very hard to judge from just a number whereabouts something is placed. It would be nice if those points were also represented in the map with orbit points or something, so you could really get a feel for where things are on the surface of the planet by looking at the map. And then when you come out, that same sort of view is repeated, but in a larger scale when you're looking through the cockpit. That would be the way that I would like to see it iterate in the future, but who knows if that is even possible. It's a good thing I'm not in charge. It'd be complete chaos. But I mean, you understand what I mean. It's useful to have them there, because you can sort of randomly point at them and jump to them until you get the lowest possible number distance-wise of the thing that you're trying to get to. That's what I tend to do. I just tend to jump around randomly until I get the lowest number I can. If something's about between under sort of like 350 and under, you pretty much know that you're sort of facing it. You can sometimes, if you click on the planet or moon that you're in orbit around, in the map, the locations on the surface of the planet should also show up, and from just moving the map around, taking a different view, you can figure out if you're on the same side of it or not. It's a bit of a clunky way to do things, I think, because the map itself is actually really glary and quite brightly lit, and sometimes against a lighter sky or against even your own arm of your thing that you're wearing, the Mobiglass just doesn't show up that well. And I think it's something they really need to look at. The contrast between map, text and background is something that is really, really bad in the game at the moment, and I don't feel that it's not, I'm sure it will be looked at, because I've heard a number of people complain about it, but for me it's an absolute, I mean, I love having a map that you can pull up and it's a hologram, but I can never really see anything on it because it's too bright. Anyway, that's my little map rant. Hope you enjoyed it. Where are we though? That's the question. I don't know if we're anywhere useful or not. Altitude is dropping quite rapidly here, so we need to be careful. Let's just have a look. Yeah, we just need to get the nose up a little bit, that's all. And I do like this altimeter, and also you can change the angle of your thing, but it's never at the right angle for me. It always slightly on the squiff. So we're still dropping altitude quite severely. We're down to 3,000 now, so I'm just going to nose it up. Can't tell. Alright, so I'm on the wrong side of the planet. I think. Oh no. No, I've done it. I've made it. I'm just going to crash. Just get your nose up. There we go. Just get the speed down a bit, and then we'll see where we are. There we go. It's all good. Research outpost now. What I'm wondering is if I will get my ship will be reclaimed if I land it on the pad, and then I won't be able to get it back again, or whether it's one of those ones where you can just land it and leave it there. Because this looks like a larger station to me, and what I don't want is for it to.
Landing gear down.
Let's just get the nose up slightly and we'll see. Come on now, don't mess me about. Just nudge it, nudge it. Don't fudge it. Let's just have a look, see where we are. Might be alright, it's not too rocky. And she's down. And she's going to flip. Don't know why it jumps in the air when you turn the engine off. That's a bit of a bug, isn't it? Right, here we are. I agree with your assessment on the map issues. I'm curious how often they will patch after the holiday before 3.1 quarterly release. Well, that's a good question, mate. I don't know either. I won't be a sec. I've just got to check something. Right, we're back in the game. Right, now let's just get ourselves out the door here. If I can get myself out the door. Can I get myself out of the door? Can I leave the ship? Let's use this fella. Oh, come on now. I've forgotten I'm not in the freelancer anymore, so I have to use this. There we go. I do love arriving on these planets. It's so cool. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there we go. I'll tell you what I have been playing a little bit of recently. I haven't streamed any of it. I've been playing Stationeers. Have you ever had a go on that? Okay, I'm off. Feel free to add me in your SC contacts. We meet up in games sometimes. Yes, absolutely, mate. I'd love to do that. SC name Beck Bristow. Okay, cool. I will absolutely do that. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm probably gonna end this after this anyway. But I really appreciate you dropping by, mate. Makes my evening to have somebody to chat to about this silly old game that we all play and love. So take it easy, have a good evening, and hopefully see you in game at some point. God, I've not actually been to this one before. Look at that, plants, Akimbo, look, they're growing some veg. Look at that, they don't, unbeknownst to them, they've grown some sandworms. Sandworm pumpkins. Look at this. Oh, look at these ones, they look very nice, don't they? They're sort of like pumpkins. Ah! Oh my God, my leg. Right, let's see, collect waste, looks like it's in here. And in we go. Ready to experience the best. Oh, don't give me the frame rates, honestly. It's getting on my nerves now. Please let me in. Press. Lovely job, lovely job. Let's get in here. Now, where is the waste? There it is, right there. Waist deep in waste. Pick that up, and we're off. We're off. Now, this is actually the best noise in the game. Oh, lovely. Like making love to a Dyson. Right, let's see now. Where's my ship? There it is. Parked too far away again, never mind. How was I to know? Look at the view. God, it's amazing, isn't it? I can't wait to do a bit of base building. Like that's ever going to happen. I've only got 29 credits. Have a good holiday. Yes, have a good holiday yourself, mate. Thanks for dropping by. I'm streaming every day probably, so just drop by around this time, UK time. Probably about 11, 12 for you in the morning, afternoon. If you're still on holiday, that is. Depends. Right, let's see. There's often this sort of hissing sound that happens in this game when you try to... Right, let's see if I can place some cargo down somewhere. I don't know whether it's possible to do that on these grids, but let's try it anyway. Oh, where's my cargo gone? Oh look, now I'm annoyed because I picked it up. God's sake. Where is it now then? Changing physics grid. It really gets on my wick that the changing of the physics grid doesn't work. There's too many markers, man. Like, I don't need to know where Cosso Emergency Centre is. I want to know where the collect the waste is. Now there's only one. So where's the other one then? Oh, it drives me mad. It drives me absolutely mad. Right, there's the collect waste sign. I had it in my hand and it's just gone. Let's head back then. Let's just head back. Colour me unimpressed. And the game looks good. That's all we can say about it at the moment. The game looks good. I mean, look at that. It's incredible looking. Does it work? No. But you know, we can't complain too much. Can we? Or can we? I don't know what's stopping me from complaining, only in the sense that I don't want to come across as a negative chap. It's more for myself that I don't complain than for anyone else that I don't complain, to be quite honest. I could complain quite vociferously about the fact that it's... I don't know. I think it's the disparity between the way the game looks in a demo and the way it actually handles. I think that's what upsets me the most. Now I've got it in my hand again. So can I pick up two at once? Oh Lord, why? Just going back and forth like an idiot. Even the best noise in the game can't make me feel happy about that. Where is my ship? There. I mean, it's all very impressive. You know, the planets turn, it's going to be daylight soon. We get to see the changing of the stars and the wonderful vistas of Star Citizen, but the actual gameplay itself, I mean, this is gameplay now. What am I doing? Running across a rocky landscape in the dark, carrying a box. Sometimes, do you know what I feel? Is that I would be happy with the kind of graphics they have in Stationeers, but with all of the functionality that they've managed to get into, well, CryEngine or whatever it is, whatever kind of engine it is. Now I can't put the box down. Mate. So I'm standing here with a box stuck to my hand now. Alright, I'm going to call it there. That's going to be it for me. I'm sorry to say that we couldn't do anything better than that. Let's try saluting. There he is, look, the man that salutes with a box in his hand. Right, that'll be my screenshot for the day. Thank you ever so much for joining me on the stream. Those that joined, Beck, I really appreciate it. And as for the rest of you, I appreciate you anyway. I shall be posting this on Twitch as usual. I've also got a YouTube channel if anybody's interested. I'll post the link to that. You can watch all the shenanigans that I've been up to in the game over the last few weeks. Fly safe and watch out for the grabby hands, because that'll get you every time. Thank you and good night.